New from Guild, we're excited to tell you about the Bob Marley A-20 guitar. Very cool, value-oriented acoustic guitar that commemorates Bob Marley's songwriting. We'll tell you all about it, so stay tuned. Hey, you're watching Alamo Music TV. My name's Chris McKee.
And I'm Cooper Greenberg.
We're here with Alamo Music Center in San Antonio, Texas. You can find us online at alamomusic.com. If you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe, turn on notifications, and like our videos. If you'd like to support the channel, visit our Teespring store link below for our custom designed t-shirts like the storefront shirt I'm wearing today. So that storefront, by the way, has been there since the 60s. And going back to that time, we've got Bob Marley. That was a weird introduction, wasn't it? But that's cool.
That's good
so,
for me. Yeah.
Bob Marley, Guild, not something I typically associate with him. I always thought about like the Les Paul Juniors that he had.
Sure.
But it turns out that he was a big fan of the Guild Madeira. It's what he did a lot of his songwriting on. And this is to commemorate that guitar.
That's cool. Yeah, you know, I had heard about this guitar actually. You know, a little bird told me. Actually, it was like three little birds told me that it was coming out. And so we had to stir it up, make this video.
Had to stir it up, make the video. I just told him, hey, don't worry about a thing. So, but it's very cool. It's kind of a reimagining. It's not a full-on reissue. And to be honest, I don't know that we'd want a full-on reissue. So if you're not familiar with the Madeira that Bob Marley used for his songwriting, Madeira was basically an import brand for Guild, kind of like Epiphone is for Gibson. And back in the day, his Madeira would have been about a $299 guitar. Inflation, that puts it up like $1,100 guitar, which is crazy to kind of think of it in context, but it was an all laminate import brand for Guild. What Guild's done is they've taken that design, like this pick guard and the headstock that were specific to the Madeira guitar, and they've really recreated a lot of the aesthetic choices, but updating it to make it a better instrument for us today. And so what that means is it's got a solid Sitka spruce top, it's got a bone nut saddle, and it uses scalloped X bracing with laminate back and sides, and a really nice kind of modern C-shaped neck. I think those old Madeiras had like a V-shaped neck or something. Yeah. So it's a comfortable guitar to play. It's got really cool open gear tuners, and it comes with a host of things which are nice add-ons to commemorate Bob Marley's music. So you get this recycled nylon gig bag. Inside there's a booklet that's talking about his original guitar that he used for songwriting. It was kind of his constant companion. It's kind of like guitars that we have that might not be the most precious guitar to us, but it's always out and that you're always grabbing. So, you know, that's what it was for Bob. And, you know, because Bob Marley and I are on a first name basis, you know.
Always been.
So
since the good old days.
You get the booklet. In it is, I think it's three little birds as far as the music in the back of it. You also get a poster, and you get some cool picks that have the lion emblazoned on them in gold. The other cool thing that you don't get, but that Guild is doing as part of their partnership with the Marley estate, is that they are planting a tree for every single one sold. That's pretty cool.
That is very cool.
Yeah. So you've had some chance to play it. What did you think about the guitar?
Well, it's very light, very comfortable, and I was surprised that it's very loud.
Yeah.
It's just, you know, it's a really nice guitar for exactly what he used it for, you know, bringing it around with you, traveling with it. It's not the smallest guitar, but it can still be, you know, you got a nice case with it, so bringing it with you, taking it out, songwriting, just kind of using it for inspiration. And I like that most brands probably, maybe not in 2021, but a few years back, most brands would have put like red, yellow, and green on the top and like painted it in this very garish, reggae, Rastafarian style. Yeah. And this is just a really true, honest, understated guitar that I think sounds really sharp. And, you know, it's solid top laminate back and sides, but it's still, I mean, the sound is warm, it's loud. It's, you know, it's a nice songwriting guitar and very comfortable for like a beginner. If you're a big Bob Marley fan, you want to start writing some songs. It's not super expensive and it's not uncomfortable. Like we always talk about fret edges being sharp, you know, on more entry-level guitar. I mean, this isn't a very cheap guitar, but it's
right there though, compared to a lot of other, what we would call entry-level guitars. And I just got to echo all of your comments. That lightness is one of the first signs to me when I pick up a guitar that it's likely to be resonant.
Yeah.
And that's the case here. You get a lot of volume, you get a lot of great tone out of it. It's a very well-made guitar There's nothing to complain about with fit, finish, feel, anything. The setup is really good. I checked out the relief on the neck. It was spot on. I love that they've upgraded it to a bone nut and saddle and then the scallop bracing. And so, really, in context to other brands and other guitars and the price point, you're looking at this at about the price of like a FG 800 from Yamaha, but with these additional things to commemorate Bob Marley's songwriting from a really cool manufacturer with what Guild's doing. So all in all, I think it's great. You had a chance to demo it for us, so we're going to put it through its paces, let you hear what it sounds like with Cooper at the helm. So check it out. So there you have it. Great demo on this guitar. It really feels and plays well, and it sounds fantastic.
Yeah, it's that lightness, the openness of the wood and everything. I mean, even though it's laminate, you can feel all the vibrations all around the guitar. And yeah, the volume is what really surprised me, but I think comparing it to something like an FG 800 or something like that, I mean, that's a dreadnought that we recommend all the time to people that are just getting started. This would probably be a really fantastic gift for, somebody that wants to get started for holidays.
Yeah.
Because you get some cool merchandise and like some nice little commemorative things.
Like on its own, if it wasn't a Bob Marley commemorative guitar, it would be an insane value.
Yeah.
It's an even better value considering all of the additional stuff that you get with it. You typically don't get any gig bag at this price point. And so what is that price point? So it's $399.
It's crazy.
That's an insanely good price for this guitar. For as well as it plays, as good as it sounds, the additional stuff you get with it. If you're a Bob Marley fan, it's kind of a no-brainer, But even if you're not a Bob Marley fan, fantastic value of a guitar that really, commemorates and honors a great songwriter, great human, pretty awesome musician that many of us, like to listen to. So, I think Guild kind of knocked this out of the park.
Yeah, I've been actually really pleasantly surprised with a lot of the stuff we've been seeing. The new releases from Guild,
Yeah.
those the 240s. I think it was the D240,
Yeah.
right? And the
The
OM
Memoir
240.
one. Yeah.
Those were just great guitars, and they weren't that expensive, and they kind of felt the same, like similar to this. Nice, comfortable, rounded tone, loud, good-looking, simple-looking guitars.
Well, if we peel back the curtain, I'll tell you what's happened with Guild. I mean, I think Guild's always been a great brand, and their facilities moved and the ownership's changed with the U.S. guitars over the years, but they've landed at a home at Cordoba, and I think Cordoba Music Group really kind of knows what they're doing, and particularly when it comes to imports. We're a fan of the Cordoba nylon string guitars. They've made really great guitars that are imported, and they seem to have figured out build practices using use of technology, and the formula for a resonant guitar that plays great, that gives you good sound and is a good value. And so that expertise has really benefited Guild in what they're doing with their steel string guitars that are being imported, because it's coming from, I presume, kind of the same factories where they've instilled some of that really good build practice. And yeah, they're great guitars. It's light, it's resonant, it sounds good, it feels great, and it's a good value. So it checks all of the boxes.
For sure.
So,
highly recommend.
Yeah, absolutely. If you would like more information about this guitar for yourself, or maybe a loved one for the holidays, go to our website, it's alamomusic.com. You can check out all the specs, all the photos there, and you can chat live with someone. We can get you hooked up with the right guitar to meet your needs, because at the end of the day, I always say the best guitar in the world is the one where you're playing Three Little Birds.
That's great.
Music's in the gig bag. So if you're new to our channel, make sure that you subscribe, turn on notifications, and like our videos. If you'd like to check out what we're doing on Patreon with some additional lesson content, tabs, and behind-the-scenes look, make sure you check out the link in our description for all of that information. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.